Hello, everyone, and welcome to Do Not Worry. This is our very first episode, and I'm excited to be hosting this series where dreams come true. Before I introduce our guests, make sure that you hit that subscribe button in the top, I believe, right corner to make sure you don't miss our future videos. So without further ado, let's start. Here we go. We have two very special guests today. I'm joined by our own CHRO, Annelies Den Boer, and Andrea Potma from our amazing customer success team.
Hey, Robbie. Hi.
Hi, Robbie.
What's up, guys?
Not much. How are you?
I'm doing okay. Doing all right. You know, summer.
Still inside.
Okay, so my first question is, what has it been like hosting the webinars and what have you learned from them?
Well, first of all, it was super fun and super exciting to do because, well, we started with doing it in the crisis because we thought it was necessary for everyone. So we teamed up with different teams within the organization, but also with other organizations. So yeah, to have like the full scope, all the eyes on the ball, and yeah, it was really fun and useful to do.
Yeah, I agree. I think what stood out to me the most was that we're all in this together, right? And everyone's dealing with the same problems and the same issues. So I think it's great to share knowledge and share that expertise, inviting experts into webinars to share their insights on stuff. I thought it was really useful and we had great feedback. So great experience overall.
And during the webinars, people were asking things like, what is the best way to build a crisis communications channel? Any comments on that?
Well, I think it's a very valid question. I think in times of crisis, the thing that people need the most are structure and consistency, right? So when it comes to your crisis updates, you want to make sure that you stick with a dedicated channel and that it's somewhat separate from your overall communication. I don't know what your thoughts are on that, Annelies.
Yeah, I think you need to make clear that what part of your communication, either platform or structure, is about this specific topic. And yeah, as Andreas said, be consistent. So pick a way how you want to do it right away and stick to it. And if it's not working, of course, you can adjust, but then also communicate very clearly what the new structure is going to be and why, and keep it consistent.
And on that note, do you think that let's say, is a golden rule when it comes to the frequency of sharing news updates?
No. I think that was one of the biggest takeaways we got from the webinar with Edelman. I think the most important thing is to communicate when you can, whenever you want to. I think you might think as the author of sharing information that you're sort of overdoing it, that you're sharing information for the gazillionth time. But I mean, research shows that the more you share information, the better it sticks. In Dutch, we have a saying where we say, the strength is in the repetition, right? So I don't think there's a golden rule to say, okay, we're only going to communicate on Mondays and we're only going to communicate one message when we do. Especially in times of crisis, right? When you don't really know what's coming your way and every day is a different day and every day you can have different events having, thrown in your lap that you have to respond to. So no, if you ask me, there's no golden rule. Just communicate whenever, wherever.
Yeah, and also if you don't know yet, because, for example, you need to respond to information of the government, also communicate that when you have the information, you will communicate about it. So you have transparency and people know what to expect. And also, if you don't have the answer, communicate that you will figure it out and we'll come back to it, for example, within a day.
Yeah, definitely. Expectation management is key. Absolutely.
Absolutely agreed. Transparency, making sure that everyone is in the know, super important. So we talked about frequency, but what about the messaging itself? How do you make sure that you don't sound repetitive if you are sending out messaging quite a bit?
Yeah, so what we did is we created a document with frequently asked questions, which we gave answers to. And when we updated something, we made clear in the document that the answer to this question was updated, or if a question was added, so we put the date of the question in it. So for everyone it was super clear, okay, this is kind of old information and this is new information, or it's changed information. Therefore, we kind of, prevented that we were constantly communicating about the same topic, but made sure that all the information was there. And if people didn't know anymore or want to check, there was the ability to do so. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think to tap into that, I think it's also an assumption to think people get your message the first time right? Because I think, especially in these weird crisis times, people might still be digesting your previous message and you're already moving on to the next one. So I don't think there's a danger in sounding too repetitive. I don't think that's a concern you should have in that situation.
That's some great advice. Thank you. Thank you for that. So before we wrap this up, we're going to play a little game that I'm sure you guys are very aware of because I hear it's very popular in the Netherlands. It's called 30 Seconds. I'm going to be given words. I don't even know what the words are yet, and I'm going to have to describe them to you without saying the word, and then you have 30 seconds to guess which word it is. And we have, I'm guessing 30 seconds to see how many you can accomplish. So for any US viewers, this is very similar to the TV show, the game show, The Pyramid Game. So yeah, are you ready to play?
Yes.
All right, so let's start. Okay, it's where you live. You're in that city.
Amsterdam.
Good. The next one is a vehicle, or it's something that you guys ride around your neighborhood quite a bit. You don't have to pedal it. But you could pedal it if it wasn't this. That was a terrible idea.
A bike?
It's red.
But what kind of bike?
A step.
What do you use to when you need to charge your laptop? What do you need?
Adapter.
And what flows through the adapter?
Energy.
What's another word for energy specifically?
An electrical bike?
Perfect, you got it. All right.
Oh my God. Okay.
I have no idea what the third and fourth word are.
Oh, interesting.
They're in Dutch.
You can pronounce it in Dutch, and then we can guess it.
Armin van Buuren.
Oh,
It's a DJ.
Oh, I have no idea who that is. This was.
I'll tell you what. Next time you're here, we'll take you to a concert by Armin van Buuren. We'll have it on Poes before we go to the concert, and we'll make sure
wearing gloves
as we go to the concert. How about that?
Perfect.
Okay, great.
So thank you so much, Annelies and Andrea, for joining me today and all of your wise input. For our viewers, don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss our following episodes. Also, feel free to share your thoughts, comments, and questions. We'll do our best to address each and every one of those. Thank you and farewell.